Hey, Narendra here, co-founder of the Outdoor Buyers Club. I want to take a second to thank you for joining today. Um, I've set up this webinar and presentation to basically answer the question that a lot of people have been asking, and that is, what exactly is the Outdoor Buyers Club? So I'm going to just take a couple minutes to talk about my story, my background in the outdoors, why I started the Outdoor Buyers Club, and how exactly it can benefit you. So I will be flipping back and forth between these slides and a couple of websites. So bear with me there, but I hope this is informative to you, and hope you can join our club because we're doing a lot of good things. So just a little bit about my background and my story. I was born and raised in the flatlands of Buffalo, New York. So really not a lot to do there. Not a lot of stuff in the outdoors, even though I was really interested in doing some exploring and things like that. I lived there from when I was about 5 years old all the way through college. And my senior year of college, I really started reading a lot more. And one book that I picked up was Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer. And if you've never read Into Thin Air, it's a really incredible book about the tragedy on Mount Everest. Um, so as soon as I started reading that, I was really wanting to start climbing peaks and getting outside more and things like that. Um, so like everybody else, though, I needed to get paid and I needed money. So I began my career as a geologist. That's my background, and I moved to New York City for a couple years. But in the back of my head, the mountains were always calling, and there was just this itch that I just couldn't scratch for a while. So after about 2 years, I started really getting bored with my job and just New York City in general. And my mind started to wander, and I started reading everything I could about Colorado. Everybody was talking about Colorado and how awesome it was. And I started reading about the 14ers, and I really became obsessed about moving to Colorado and climbing them all. And I also was really fixed on this route called the Casual Route on Long's Peak. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second, but it's a technical climb that I really wanted to climb because all the reading I did about it. So I finally got the guts and moved to Denver, Colorado in 2006. And my goals, just like probably everybody else, was to backpack the Colorado Trail and just everywhere around Colorado, hike all the 14ers, and climb the Casual Route on Long's Peak. But I had a lot of problems, obviously, when I first started. First of all, I really had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have any experience with hiking, really, with especially climbing and mountain climbing. The mountains looked big. They looked really big when you get here. You look up and it's like, whoa, they're snow covered. They're very intimidating looking. No idea what I was doing. I definitely didn't have the right gear. I had just some really basic stuff. And, looking at all the prices, I couldn't afford really any of it. And, I got lost all the time. I couldn't find trailheads, just the basic stuff I couldn't really do. And then really the backcountry safety was a complete mystery to me. I had no idea what was dangerous, what was safe, what times to start hiking, et cetera, et cetera. But regardless of that, I really dove in and started exploring all of Colorado. And looking back, I was really reckless. I suppose is the best word to use there. And my mistakes really started to pile up. The first one is I just spent thousands and thousands of dollars on gear that didn't work out and I didn't really need. And then I wasted just hundreds and hundreds of hours getting lost, trying to find trailheads, turning around because the conditions weren't right. I started too late, things like that. So I just spent long time making mistakes. And the worst part is I almost got killed at least 5 times that I can remember. I was, climbing in El Dorado Canyon and almost got hit by rock fall. I was stuck a couple times on 14ers because I started too late, and lightning is a big danger. I almost got killed there. I fell a few times, technical rock climbing. And the story that I'm going to share with you here in a second is how I almost got hypothermia by spending 24 hours on Long's Peak, and almost died there. And then, I didn't train correctly, I didn't eat correctly, and just a lot of things that went wrong. And so it took me a really, really long time to become an expert in the mountains. It took me 10 years, probably even longer, to do that. So the story that really changed everything, and what happened to me really changed everything, was my near-death experience on Long's Peak. It definitely almost killed me. If you don't know what Long's Peak is, it's an amazing mountain in Rocky Mountain National Park. It's a 14er. I think it's like 14,200 feet or so. There's about 15 to 20 routes up the mountain, probably even more actually. But the standard route is called the Keyhole route, and it's about 15 miles round trip and 5,000 foot elevation gain with a class 3 scramble to summit. And that's what that's the standard route on Long's Peak. That's the easiest route on Long's Peak, and that's what a lot of people do every day. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a route called the Casual route, which is rated a 510 rock climb, and it basically means you need technical protection like camming devices and a rope to get to the summit. And it goes up this face called the Diamond, which you see on the right here. Sorry, the picture isn't amazing. I'll get a new one up there. But basically, it's a technical rock climb that goes about 1,500 feet from the base of the mountain to the summit. So that was on my goal list, and I was going to do it no matter what. So in 2009, I climbed it with my climbing partner, and our adventure started off pretty well. But a series of unfortunate events happened, and my climbing partner lost his battery, his headlamp. We got stuck behind a slower party, and then all of a sudden, because I didn't plan correctly and didn't look at the weather forecast and things like that, a storm blew in, and it trapped us on the mountain about a few hundred feet from the summit. So I spent a very miserable and cold night in a little alcove that we found. We connected ourselves to the rock, had to spend the night, and it was miserable. I almost died. And you're probably asking, why didn't we just keep climbing or climb down? Well, it was too, with only one working headlight, we couldn't move, and then the rock got really slick and wet, and so it was too dangerous to climb up and down. So we were really stuck. And on the right-hand side, you can see a picture of us climbing. This was really the last picture that I took before the storm blew in. And on the right-hand side, this is approximately where we got stuck. So it's only a few hundred feet from the summit, but we were stuck there overnight. We had no warm clothes, no sleeping bag, no fire starters, no shelter. But we managed to survive. And it was miserable, and it was literally the best sunrise that I've ever seen the next morning. We had no cell phone reception, by the way. Our loved ones, didn't know where we were. They thought the worst, and we couldn't actually call them till we got to the summit. But managed to survive, and it definitely scarred me for life. I still think about that day today and how kind of dumb and unprepared I was. And that's really why I started the Outdoor Buyers Club, and eventually I made progress here. 6 years passed, and I became really an expert in the backcountry. I reclimbed the Casual route again just to get some redemption. Climbed all the 14ers. I backpacked all over the country, including Colorado, and I also climbed internationally. And so this is 10, 15 years in the making where I was doing a lot of things. And then I started to teach backpacking classes, 14er classes. I was asked to test a lot of gear, and I still do test gear. And I even designed my own line of apparel for the outdoors called #ColoradoLove clothing. So it took me a long, long time to get here. I did help a few people for sure. I helped them find their way in the backcountry with the classes that I took. But I was still, seeing, thousands, literally thousands of people making the same mistakes that I did. I'll go up to the backcountry and I'll see people starting up too late, or they don't have the right gear and things like that. So I was helping people, but not enough people, and so folks were still getting injured or killed. You see the stories every week, every day about somebody getting stranded or a rock falling on them or what have you. Or they have such a miserable time hiking that first 14er or doing that first backpacking trip that they just quit and they don't do it again. And it really breaks my heart to see that, because I'm so passionate about the outdoors and I I love helping people in the outdoors. So I did a lot of searching. I tried to find, online resources. I went to REI. I went to all these outdoor stores, and I was really trying to find a place where you have the gear that you can buy without getting ripped off. You can learn the specific skills that you need to safely enjoy the outdoors, and you can get an education, quality education, in everything you need to know. And I just could not find that resource. So I took the initiative myself, with a co-founder of mine, a buddy of mine from high school. I've known him since sixth grade. We started the Outdoor Buyers Club in 2016, and really with a goal of giving back, because we learned so much, and I wanted to transfer all of that knowledge and information to people. And my goal is to create really a safe place for people new to the outdoors to learn the skills they need to backpack, camp, and climb mountains, safely. I also wanted to create a space for people who have done a little bit of this stuff and have the itch, but they want to progress a little bit further. So there's information for everybody in this club. And I also wanted to fold in gear. So I wanted a place where people could come to not only choose the right gear, but also get gear that they need for relatively cheap, and actually at wholesale costs. So people aren't spending thousands and thousands of dollars on stuff that they don't need. So I have this hand-selected gear that I have on the store, and I recommend. I test everything that's on the store basically. And also, I really want to save people time. People work, basically 9 to 5. I know all of you guys work 9 to 5, or some of you at least. And you don't have a lot of time to plan. You have families, you have, extracurricular activities that you want to do. And, I want to help people plan their adventures and save time, especially on the weekends when your time is so critical. And, we really came up with a solution, a very simple solution. We really want to empower adventurers, and get them into the backcountry safely. So that's really what the club is all about. So really what we developed was a wholesale store where you get a personal login to get hand-selected gear specifically for you. And we also developed a members-only educational area that really has A to Z hiking, camping, backpacking, and mountain climbing. So it takes you on the steps from A to Z and what to do in all those categories. And then I also wanted to create and basically get all the ebooks that I have over the years, all the checklists, maps, everything put into one location where people could go and just download everything 24/7, unlimited downloads, where people can go and get that information for free basically. And then a couple free things. Once you sign up, you get a free gift. We have fire starters, we have a multi-tool or a trucker hat that you can choose from. And then because of my connections with the outdoor world and testing gear, I also, I get a lot of it. So I like to pass on those gear testing opportunities to members as well. And then we do in-person meetups where you can learn, skills from everything from how to pack your backpack to how to rock climb. We have a closed Facebook group where it's a safe place to ask questions and interact with other members. And then as another bonus, I've also been developing, we just kind of rolled this out, our weekend itineraries. So, I basically put together a Friday through Sunday itinerary where you can go and just take that and go on your adventure to save you time. Just diving a little bit deeper here at each one of these. So we'll start with the free stuff first because free is always good, right? So whenever you sign up, you get a free gift. And so that's a fire starter that you can pick up. That's a multi-tool, and that's a trucker hat. So all these you can get during sign up. And these are all in our store, and I'll show you that in a second. And then you get monthly, like I said before, monthly gear testing opportunities. So I need help testing gear, and so I give it away. I give away stuff, and you can see on the right-hand side, and I'll bring up the Facebook page here in a second. Basically, here's one opportunity where I had an extra headlamp that I need help testing with and writing. So Dan got the headlamp to take home with him and test it out and write a review on it. And then I had an eco vessel that Courtney claimed. So there's opportunities there. and I'll just show you quickly my Facebook page, and I'll find the latest free gear giveaway. You can see that there's a lot of activity, questions on our Facebook page. See if I can scroll down here a little bit further. Oh, here's one of our meetups that we're doing, and here is one of the fire starters that I've given away. So I gave 2 away to a couple folks here. So there's the giveaway, and then our wholesale store that I've been talking about. So this is our store, and I will give you a very, very quick overview of what the store is. So basically, we have everything from backpacks to water bottles to our Colorado gear. So I will show you our Colorado gear and some backpacks, and then I'll show you what happens when we have our login. So here's all of our regular prices: $24.99 for a hat, $9.95 for stickers. Here's all of our gear here. You'll see these are still pretty reasonably priced, but members will get half off. So I will also show you the backpacks as well. So these are just 2 categories. There's a bunch of different categories, things like that. So here's all our backpacks that we have. For example, we have water bottles, like I said. We have everything, trekking poles, everything you need. And so what happens is when you sign up for the membership, you get a specific login with your email and your password. I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and then you're going to see that we give away pretty awesome discounts. So I'll go back to the shop. Now I'll go back to backpacks, and you can see that the once $175 backpacks become $95.99, which is awesome. So the membership pays for itself when you just order like basically one thing. So I'll go back to Colorado gear real quick, because that's another really popular item that people get. And all of a sudden, these trucker hats and everything else turn into from 29 to 15. Stickers were 11, now they're $2.95, and things like that. So you basically get all this stuff for a major discount. So that's our wholesale store. Everybody who signs up gets one of those. And then our educational area, which I will also show you real quick. So this is there's a bunch of different features here. These are all the downloads that you can get, and we add to these weekly. So here's some 14er planning type stuff, some backpacking checklists. So this is all-inclusive backpacking checklist. So anytime you need to understand what gear you need for a specific event, this will help you. We also have all of our classrooms. So this takes you A to Z, starts off with safety, and then goes all the way to mountain climbing. So all of our tutorials come with at least a quick video that show you exactly what you need to do, and also has free downloads as well. So that is our members area. Yeah, so we get people from all over the world helping us basically with that. And the next thing is our in-person meetups. So this is where we go hiking, climbing, backpacking trips. You get hands-on training, monthly webinars and short videos, and then, like I said before, weekend trips and itineraries. And here's just a couple quick reviews that we've had. And here is our meetup page. So we have a lot of upcoming meetups. We have 24 so far. A lot of members, and we are looking forward to seeing you there. So, how do you sign up? Well, there's a couple different ways to sign up. You can first just call my cell phone, 720-306-1823. I'm happy to talk through everything with you. Even if you're not, going to sign up for the club, I would be happy to talk to you about, what we do. Whoops. Or you can email me at narendra@outdoorbuyersclub.com, or you can sign up here. And the sign-up's only $9.99 a month. So you get all the stuff for $9.99 a month. Pretty good steal once you buy just one piece of gear, or attend one meetup, or get one free piece of gear for testing. You're basically, break even on that. So well worth it. We're very proud of what we created. We're helping out a lot of people, and we really hope that that you join. So I will record this video for you guys. I will also post this presentation to our site so you can go back and review it, and we can go from there. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you on the trail real soon. Thanks.